realm of creating, I came out with 2 product lines called the Terra Resonators. Okay. And the first line was beautiful, but I gained so much knowledge in the first line and I shut it down and created a second line. And basically it was a lab-grown quartz crystal plate with laser engraving, fueled by sacred geometry, Moldavite, and whatever you place on top of it once it's activated would vibrate anything in 33 seconds. So you could put food on there. You could put wine on there, take the acidity right out of wine. You could put your supplements on there, your medications, your face cream, limited only by your imagination. You know, I create the toolbox and then you run with it. You're given unlimited ability. So the Terra Resonator line, a byproduct of that was manifestation. So we found out that you could write a manifestation on a piece of paper, put it on the TR, and, you know, at some point it would come into fruition. But what I was learning at the time too is, you know, people were writing it really pretty on a piece of paper and folding it up. I'm like, no. You need to be bold. You need ancient parchment paper. You need a big, bold black Sharpie. I am in the perfect relationship. You need to command these things, right? So that was like another level. And then the wishing sphere line was born. Simplification of all of this spiritual technology. Okay. So this guy here is what we call the Wishing Sphere XL. And I've done videos on this. I'm not going to get too much into it, but basically, you know, once she is activated, so this is how you learn, right? So when these went out into the world, whenever I release a product in the world, I give it a little bit of a instruction set on how to use it. And then I wait for people to start coming back. And within 3 days, someone came back and said, I started making wishes for somebody else. And all of a sudden, you know, I started making wishes for myself and they started coming into fruition. So that instantly sparked and resonated with me. I was like, oh my God, because in my belief system, everything has consciousness, and that consciousness is all childlike, you know, the wellspring by the primordial ooze that everything flows. And so, you know, we did an updated video and we were like, look, to get the best out of your wishing sphere is you want to make a dozen wishes for everybody else and then start making wishes for yourself. See how the learning process works? It's out in the world. It's spreading more love and light. And then all of a sudden, all this new information just starts coming in.
So, Peter, I'm going to say we are close to the end. And it's you are truly a modern day mystic.
Absolutely. And we're part of your experiment. I love that.
This is right. And
I love that enthusiasm.
I want to tell our audience, the replays are available. Replays are available. Listen and listen and listen. If some of this is over your head, I want you to understand what's going on here. Modern day mystic, he's talking about alchemy. I mean, he started with gold, trying to do certain kinds of things. This is this belongs in our field. It is part of the healing energies, and he's giving you some gold here. And I mean by that metaphorically. I want to just, before we run out of time, I want you to tell folks where they can find these things, learn more about these things, and find you.
Sure. So the nexus of everything modern day mystic is at moderndaymistic.com. Mm-hmm. And on there, you'll find everything I'm talking about in different pillars. So we have a section for different types of workshops that I've done in the past. We have a section for energetic sessions that I offer. They're one-on-ones with me. We have a section called Aqua Sync, which is now the software that has evolved into a 6th generation. It's no longer downloadable. It's now on a SaaS platform, software as a service, meaning you can run it on any device, anywhere, anytime with a web browser and a data connection. And it's also on a subscription service, a very low monthly subscription service, and you get everything for that. You can call the phone number, which is on the website. I don't have an answering service. I pick up the phone every time it rings because I've always felt that, you know, years and years and years ago, I made a conscious decision to not advertise on any medium. I did a couple times in the beginning and then I stopped because my ROI was not there. So I decided to invest in customer excellence and product R&D. So when people call that number, I will pick up. and I love having conversations with people. So moderndaymystic.com is the nexus of everything I am, and that's where you can get a hold of me.
I want to also just remind folks, and I know we're kind of out of time, but you're the third guest who's mentioned Emoto. Masaru Emoto was a crystallographer. He was a scientist who stumbled into the fact that consciousness changed the physics of water. And Peter has mentioned it, it's been mentioned before. Do you see that there is really, truly reality and energy around consciousness? And so it just makes absolute sense that as a player in energy, that it would relate to the physical world, to the quantum world, and I think that's right where Peter is showing us how then this bridge can be made and the products that he has really do apply.
And I love the playfulness of the products. I mean, I have a big imagination and delight in child products and things, and the Harry Potter wand and the wishing well, the wishing sphere, and the throw away the little furry fancy writing things, write it in bold. These are absolute gems for us to never forget that we are here to play, have fun, and why I said that we're part of your experiment is because we're connected in that quantum field. And everything that you do and creating these magic wishing stones and everything else, it filters, we feel it, consciously or not. We're part of the field.
It's high technology with consciousness. Peter, I'll give you the last word here, and then we'll close.
You know, if you decide to step in this world, step into it with a light heart and a childlike energy. And when you have the ability to step outside your comfort zone, because your consciousness is in a box, that's your comfort zone. When you get stressed out, you build it a little bit thicker and the wall's a little bit thicker. But if you have the foresight to step outside your comfort zone for 1 second, and the hardest part is just taking the first step, the entire universe will support you in a playground that you cannot fathom. You just can't.
Awesome.
Childlike, magical, and absolutely beautiful.
Childlike magic. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. This has been very different for many, and very, to me, very succinct with what I believe and what I teach, and very much into the circle of 12, where we literally step into a multidimensional place. All right.
Time for a break.
Yes.
Take a break, everyone. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone, from the break. Was our modern day mystic amazing?
Yes. Yeah.
To me, very much so, because he mentioned Masaru Emoto. I hope I said his first name correct.
Yeah, and the profound work with the water.
Most people know about Emoto's water,
Yes.
and especially in our group, and the fact that he could change the structure of the water as crystallized simply by putting a word on the glass of the bottle. I was very privileged to meet him, and
So how did you meet him?
we were at the 80th birthday of Louise Hay here in San Diego. But that then garnered me an invitation when I was in Japan for the first time to go to his office, and I actually channeled in his office.
How special.
Well, it made me learn more about him, and the fun part, and I think I said this, is that he never thought of himself as esoteric. He was a scientist. But these things occurred, and he realized that consciousness had to have energy, and it really changed everything about his life.
I love how that has now changed the lives of many
who
have come across his research.
It's science and it's science and spirituality. That's what we're looking at here. That is, there is an alliance. So there will still be those who their eyes will glaze over because we're talking about software and all of these things. Just know that we're starting to have. I mean, who is the master physicist? That would be the creative. You know, so
The creative,
that's right, the creative source. So physics is in church. Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I believe it's now time to move into the circle of 12. And as we prepare to enter the circle of 12, let us begin by honoring our journey that has brought us to this exact moment. Take a moment to give honor and thanks to your ancestors and to all of those who you have loved and lost. I invite you to feel them here with you now, celebrating your magnificent